Hello everyone, welcome to the series Mole 2 and in this video we are going to start this book formally and before that I will explain you a few things. So let's go to the index. And before index there is a note which explains that this Mole 2 is a continuation of the book Mole 1, and both of these book Mole 1 and 2 is based on the grammatical book Mole Grammatiken, which is available in different languages. If you are really interested to have this book, maybe you can search for it in your own language. That is your like the mother tongue. And it also explains like what happened in the Mole one. So it's about basically a family, Oberry, and their neighbors who live in on this address, Grandwagen Fira. And basically here the story, the or I would say the stories are continuing here with some more grammatical details, and then it explains the symbols that we are using here. So when you have to discuss uh, when there is some exercise where that you have to perform with your colleagues or friends, you will see this mark, and this green symbol, it shows you that you can refer to the book, the practice book. And also there's a dialogue and some listening part. Fact-based chapters has this brown icon which says fakta. We will see this in index, and Bildtema is the picture-based theme. It just shows you what we have discussed in the story. So if you go to this index, it starts from 11 because 1 to 10 is in mol et, and this section basically has these chapters, and there's a like a summary here what we are discussing here in this section, so you know and you can focus on it. So it shows you here bestemdhet is the definitiveness, ubestemt indefinitive, bestemd form of substantive, the definitive form of noun. Personliga pronomen is a personal pronoun, and prepositions like with, at, and in. Framför och bakom is like in front of and at the back. Bland och mellan. Among and between. Över och under. Over and under. So most of these chapters are based on the stories that are continuing from Mol Et. This chapter, as I just mentioned, is based on the fact. It's about like the data related to Sweden, and this one is some dialogue, and these are just pictures. So we will move to our first chapter in this first section, which is EML fyller år, which means like EML is turning, and on he has some birthday actually today. So in this chapter, basically this boy EML has birthday, and this shows like how his day is started. So we will first listen and then listen to the audio, and we will follow it, and then we will discuss new words. So let's begin with the audio.
Sidan 6. Emil fyller år. Klockan är 6:15 på morgonen. Emil ligger och sover. Det är hans födelsedag. Idag fyller han 18 år. Det betyder att han blir myndig. Plötsligt vaknar Emil. Han hör några som sjunger.
Ja må han leva, ja må han leva, ja må han leva ut i 100 år. Ja visst ska han leva, ja visst ska han leva, ja visst ska han leva ut i 100 år.
Det är Ellen, Jonas och Klara som sjunger. Nu kommer de in i rummet. Ellen bär på en bricka. På brickan står en vas med blommor, ett ljus i en ljusstake och ett litet vitt kuvert. Emil sätter sig upp i sängen. Alla säger grattis på födelsedagen. Först går Jonas fram och ger Emil 2 paket. Det är presenter från honom och Ellen. Emil öppnar paketen. Det är en jacka och ett bälte. Jackan är grå och den har många fickor. Bältet är brunt och det är av läder. Snygg jacka och jättesnyggt bälte, tack, säger Emil. Han kramar först Ellen och sen Jonas. Klara har gjort en teckning till Emil. Det är en fin bild med en måne, ett träd och ett hus. Månen är halv och den lyser gul på en mörkblå himmel. Trädet är grönt och huset är rött. Emil kramar sin lilla syster och tackar. Till sist räcker Ellen fram kuvertet. Till Emil, 18 år, står det på kuvertet. Emil öppnar det. I kuvertet ligger ett kort med en bild av en dator. Ellen har klippt ut bilden ur en tidning. Vad betyder det här? Frågar Emil. Du får en ny dator, men du måste välja den själv, för du vet mer om datorer än vi gör, svarar Ellen. Tack snälla mamma, säger Emil, och tack Jonas. Han kramar både Ellen och Jonas en gång till. När Emil har klätt på sig går han ut i köket och äter frukost med de andra. Födelsedagen har börjat bra. Då ringer telefonen. Det är Emils pappa.
Okay, so we have just listened to the audio and we have a few words to discuss. Fylla, fyller år. Myndig. Fyller år is turning a year, or you're basically turning into like the next, you have a birthday. And one more thing, yeah, while discussing these text and things, I usually refer to resources, so you also know that what we are using. So for example, Fila is like it can be used for different things, as you can see. So filler, or if I write here, just drag down filler, it filler over here. It is auto completing here. You can see turn. Yeah, I'm turning into 19 years, or like I'm having a birthday. She just turned 8. So this is how it is used. Okay, let's go to the other word. Mindig is a word like responsible. Mindig is a responsible in a sense when you turn 18 years old. So if I write like Mindig here, authoritative. So if you want to listen to the word, that how it is pronounced, you can also click here. Yeah, Mindig. So actually he turned 18 years old and he became responsible, or I would say like myndig på svenska. Sjunga is like singing. Bära, to hold, and her mother was holding this tray. And bricka is a tray, as I just showed you here. And was the flower. Was, and it use a light. I just talking the holder of this candle. You can see here there's a candle. It's a use, and the use stock is the holder for the candle. Et kuvert is the envelope that they have here. Set to say, to place it. Go from, going forward. Et paket, a packet. And present, a gift. It's a like same word, present in English. Et belte, it's a belt. In flicka, a girl. Leather, it's a leather. Teckning is a drawing made of like the colors of paint. En måne, moon, ett träd, a tree. Lyser is glowing. Månen lyser, the or like shining. The moon is shining. Mörkblå is the dark blue. En himmel is a sky. Tacka is thanks. Tackar. I mean, it's like a thank. Tuck is like thank, and tackar is thanks. But maybe it can be taken in a form of like verb, thanking. Maybe here, because most of these are like verb. Fila, filer. Turning, like it's turn and it's turning. Sing and singing. Bära, to lift. Bär, lifting. So the in the bracket ones are these are the verbs mostly. And go from, go in front, like is changed to går. They are going in front. Also, Lisa is like shine. Lisa, shine. Lisa is like shining. Okay, till sist in the end. Räcka fram, to extend in front of, but we can check it, like what does it mean? Räcka fram, present, yeah. So they extended their gifts to Emil. Excuse me. Ett kort is a card. Klippa ut. Cut. Klipper ut, cutting out. Välja. Välja means choose. Väljer means choosing. It's a continuous form, present form. En gång till, it means again, once again. En gång till, once again. So if you don't understand the language, I can just give you the summary quickly that it was a 7:15 in the morning. Emil was lying in his bed. It was his birthday and he is turning 18, which means he's becoming like an adult, responsible or a responsible person. Plötsligt is like suddenly. Vaknar Emil suddenly. Emil wakes up and he listens that few people are singing the song. This is a song in Swedish language that they sing on the birthdays. And it is Elin, Jonas, Clara who were singing. They came in the room. Elin was holding a tray, and on the tray there was a vase with flowers and a candle in the holder with a little envelope. So Emil he sits up in the bed and he says, and all of them says, "Grattis för födelsedagen," which means happy birthday. And then first Jonas presents Emil 2 packets. They are gifts from him, Jonas and Ellen. So Emil opens packets and yeah, Emil is opening packets and it's a jacket, en jacka. It's now here you can see this is the indefinitive form, a jacket and a belt. We will see it in the next section for the grammar details. Jacken är grå. So now this indefinitive obestämd is now used as the bestämd, the definitive form, jacken, this one. The jacket is gray and it has many pockets, ficor. Belted, now the belt here it was indefinitive and here it is used as a definitive. Belted, the belt is brown and it is made up of leather. So he says beautiful jacket and a beautiful belt, thanks. And then he hugs Ellen and then Eunice. Then Clara, his sister, who has made a drawing, techning. So wherever you see this N in the word, it's like the indefinitive form of the noun. And there in Fienbild, it was a nice picture with en måne, one moon, thread. So these are all I'm highlighting. These are the indefinitive nouns. And then you can see the pattern of once they are like indefinitive, then they're used as like definitive when they are specifying something about that thing. The moon is half, and it glows, it shines, it is shining yellow. So whenever you have to be specific, you use definitive form, the form of the noun. Threaded is the et thread is now changed to threaded, which is like the tree is green in the house. So this is the pattern which is basically follow. So whenever you go through the story, you should look for the words uh, that are being used because these are basically for the learning purpose. And yeah, and then then Emil hugs her sister, and then Tilsis in the end, Tilsist in the end räcker Elin fram. She extended she presented the letter which says till Emil 18 år to Emil 18 years. You can see this. There's a letter here in the picture here, and actually when he opens it, there is a present card with a picture of a computer. That picture was actually clipped out. It was taken, cut it out from a newspaper. So Emil says, "What does it mean?" So Ellen answers that you are getting a new computer, but then you can choose yourself because you know more about computers than we do. So he says, "Tack snälla mamma, thanks, and tack Jonas, thank you Jonas." He hugs Ellen and Jonas again en gång till. När Emil har klätt på sig går han till köket. He changes clothes and goes to the kitchen, eats breakfast with all others. The födelsedagen har börjat bra. The birthday has started good, and then rings the telephone. This is a telefonen. It's a bestämd form of telephone, telefonen. Otherwise, if it is mentioned as like our telephone, it is en telephone. It is Emil's papa. So Emil is living in this story. We came to know that he's living with his mother and her partner and sister. And Emil's papa lives somewhere else. So yeah, this is how we went through this story and these new words. Now I can explain you the grammatical part of this chapter. So here they have explained the same thing, like ubestemt indefinitive form and the definitive form. A jacket in jacka becomes jackan, and the pronoun it is used for this definitive word is then, because it's n word. Jackan be- becomes n jacka becomes jackan. So because of this n, we are using then. En kvinna becomes kvinnan, and because she is like a person, we are using hon. En kompis, it's like a friend becomes kompisen, the friend, and it can be he or she, both. Here it was only she, but yeah, obviously it's not. We don't know that what we're talking about. So kompisen can be the friend can be a girl or boy. En door, a door becomes the door, and since it's a thing, we are using then. Obviously, we cannot use he or she for things. It's like it. Then is a it in Swedish, but you have like two sort of it. For n words, you are using then, and for ett ord, you are using det. So this is the it for ett word, and this is the it for n word. Beltet, ett bälte, a belt becomes beltet, ett paket becomes paketet, the packet. So now what you're going to do in this C section, you can write et or in according to the word you have, and also you are going to write the pronoun. So for example, et or air, året, the air. So the air is basically it. We are using it for the air, or like this, but it is det because of its et part. And mama is n word, so you're going to write mamman, and mama is she, so hon. Dog is basically n word, so n födelsedagen, and it's den. Present is n, so presenten, den. Pappan, the dad, han. Teckning is n, teckningen, and it is den. So beltet, we see beltet, it's ett bälte, beltet. Det, hus, and the house is ett word, so ett hus, huset, det. Trädet, det. So you have to go through if you don't know the word, you can refer to the online dictionary, Folkets lexicon, and you can find the meaning, and it will also explains you that if it is a et word or n word. For example, if I say papa, so it will tell you it's a noun, which means father, and if you expand it, it's n word, pappan, the dad. Pappor is dads, and also you get synonym like the alternative word with the same meaning. So now if you move to the next page, we have got another yellow box which explains something about the grammar part. And we have example, Emil får en jacka och ett bälte. Emil is getting a jacket and a belt. Now here it's a obestämt form, indefinitive form. And in the next sentence, it says jackan, the jacket is gray and the belt is brown. It's the same thing from the chapter. The Purpose is to show you when you are using the definitive form, the form of the noun, then you are saying something specific. The jacket is gray, the belt is brown. And using this example, now you have to do this section, and I can explain one. It says write the noun in correct form. Substantiven the noun in correct form. Emils mamma bär en bricka. Emils mamma is holding a tray. På, now you have to write the noun. Står light and the letter. So how we would do that? På brickan, on the tray. So we would write brickan. Står, standing, en ljusstake och ett kvart. Now the specific thing here is the tray basically. So that's why we are using the definitive form for this tray, brickan. And what is lying on the tray is it's a generic sort of thing. We are not telling the details about the light and the envelope. So that's why we are using indefinitive form. A candle and a letter or envelope. So you will do the second part, and if you have questions, please comment. In the next exercise, you are going to write the noun. So skriv noun, write noun or pronoun in the right form. For example, förra veckan åkte Jonas och Elin till en affär. Last week, Jonas and Elin went to the shop, an affair. Now we don't know about the shop. It's it's not a detailed or subject, so that's why we are just using the obestämd indefinitive form. A shop is centrum för att shoppa presenter till Emil. Okay, last week Jonas and Elin went to a shop in Centrum to buy a gift for Emil. Now they are going, next sentence is about the shop. So that's why we are going to use the definitive form. I affären tittade de på. In the shop they looked at a jacket, a belt, a jacket and a belt. So when they were talking about this, the shop, we used the definitive part, affären. But since we are just telling what are the things in the shop, we are using en jacka, a jacket, ett bälte, a belt. Now in the next area, we are going to be specific about the jacket and the belt, so you know we are going to use the definitive part, jackan, and then rest you can do it and ask me the question later on. So this is how we went through this chapter, and very quickly we are going to repeat, we are going to listen to this next chapter, which is based on the data, that what is about to become when you're 18 years old, then what happens? What does it mean in Sweden?
Sidan 10. Att bli myndig. Myndighetsåldern i Sverige är 18 år för både män och kvinnor. Vad får man göra när man är myndig? När man är myndig får man ensam ingå ekonomiska avtal. Det betyder att man får ta banklån och öppna egna konton. Man får köpa alkohol på restauranger och barer, men man får inte handla på Systembolaget. Där är åldersgränsen 20 år. Man får köpa cigaretter. Man får ta körkort för bil och motorcykel och man får gifta sig. Den som är myndig får rösta i politiska val, alltså till exempel välja de personer som ska sitta i riksdagen. Hur var det förr i Sverige? I många hundra år var det bara män som kunde bli myndiga. Från 1721 blev männen myndiga när de fyllde 21 år. Gifta kvinnor var inte myndiga, men ogifta kvinnor som var över 25 år kunde ansöka om att bli myndiga. År 1884 fick män och kvinnor samma myndighetsålder, 21 år. Så var det ända fram till 1974. Då sänktes myndighetsåldern till 18 år.
Yeah, so if you don't understand what it was said in the audio, I can explain that myndighetsåldern i Sverige är 18 år. To become a responsible or like grown-up adult in Sweden, it means like when you are 18, that's the age for both men and women. What does it mean when you become like an adult person or the responsible person? It means like you can do economical contracts by yourself. You can take bank loan. You can open a bank account. You can also buy alcohol on restaurants and bars. But on the Systembolaget, which is Systembolaget is the chain in Sweden that sells alcohol, and you cannot buy there because there the age limit is 20. Now, yeah, and you can also buy cigarettes. You can get driving license. Körkort is driving license for the car and the motorcycle, and you can also get married. Gifta sig is get married. And okay, so we don't have a new word section here, so I can explain it later on. Let me just complete it first. Okay, so you can also vote in election for the persons who is going to be in the parliament. Parliament is Riksdagen is parliament. Rösta means to vote. Politiska val, politiska val is election. And how was it before in Sweden? So it says like many 100 years ago, it was only men. It was only guys who become this, they have this authority. And from 1721, they set the age of 21 for the men to become authoritative. The married ladies were not, they did not have this authority, and unmarried ladies who were over 25 years could apply to have this authority for like having this, so that they can open bank accounts or doing the contracts and the vote thingy. In 1844, both the guys and the girls, they have same age of this limit of 21 years old, until which remains there till 1974, which was then set down to 18 years old. And then it asks like how it is in your country when you become this, when you get this authority of becoming a responsible person, and what are the rights you get in your country. So I'm going to stop this session now, and then we will continue from the next chapter. See you then. Thank you. Bye bye.